Purple, the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com, my blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. And today, my last Christmas present has arrived. Yay! It is a fountain pen that's pink. It came in this box with this fun little graphic on the back. I basically took all my ink cartridges and put it in here so that way they don't get lost. The ink cartridges come like this in a little slide thing. I know from experience that you go to pull out one, and the klutz I get them everywhere. You know, it came with 12 blue and 12 black ink cartridges, and I bought another thing of 24 blue cartridges. Also comes in this sliding container. So basically I opened up the box, poured all those in there, and the only thing that's not in there, which will be the converter that came with the pen. Because some people, instead of a fountain, which looks like this, they use this. This basically, you put it into a container of ink, and then you turn it, and it siphons the ink up into the cartridge. And maybe some year I might do that, but I personally like the cartridges. They're convenient. Okay. It came with this velveteen type sack to put the pen in. And there's my pen. Isn't that gorgeous? I did notice, and it's brand new, but there's a little teeny scuff right there. But this barrel's made of stainless steel, so if I find the right shade of nail polish, I can just patch it up and nobody will know. I don't care. So, you know. And that's my Dryden medium nib fountain pen. Okay, I'm going to show you something that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people will put their cartridge right there, cap this up, so forth, and then when they run out of ink, they have to go all the way back to their house to get more ink. What you do is you take a other cartridge. I mean, look at the size of the barrel. So turn your second cartridge upside down, drop it in there, and then this cartridge will go in there, and boom. You now have your ink and your extra ink. If you're using the converter, basically the converter takes up the entire cartridge, so you can put a spare in there. But I'm going to show you why I like fountain tips. Well, hold on. Let's tilt this down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Give it a shake every now and then. And it writes very smoothly. Say for instance it doesn't write smooth, just press your nib a couple of times and then try again. See the difference? Because it is a wet ink, which most fountain pens are, you run the risk, if you don't use it a lot, of your ink might actually dry out if that happens. just pop that off. Take a look inside to see if you have any extra ink flow. If you do, just pop it back in there and give it a shake. If it happens to be empty, you got that spare ink cartridge that you stuck in the bottom of your barrel that I told you about. And then you screw that back in and continue writing. Press your nib a couple of times so that way you can ensure you have ink flow. Wonder why it has grooves right there if it snaps on and off. And that's my Dryden Designs pink fountain pen with a medium nib. Yeah. The way I write, ballpoints just annoy me. I mean, for ballpoints, I have to use a gel pen or a roller pen. And even then, it kind of skippy, doesn't work. Apparently I write too light, but that's the beauty of a fountain pen. Whether you write heavy or whether you write light, it works. It kind of adjusts to how you write, and you could also get a wide nib, a medium nib, or a fine tip nib, and that can actually be exchanged out on some models, and you know, you could put a new nib in or whatever. I ordered a permanent medium nib because that's what I needed. There are some pens, because this is the same kind of pen that they use for calligraphy as well, where you can interchange those. I just got the one I wanted in a permanent way, so that way, you know. But say for instance you're a calligrapher, or you know, when I print I write heavy-handed, and when I write in cursive or do signatures I use a lighter stance and I need a fine tip nib or whatever. You get the right pen, you can interchange those, or you could just say this one's for this one's for that one's for that, and buy more. Dryden is a new brand to me. I've heard good things about them, and I've heard people go all over their website and go, you know, that's a China pen. I don't care about that. I wanted pink, I got pink. But if you look at the box itself, I saw it on here. There it is. It's designed in London and assembled in China. That's not necessarily the same thing as being a Chinese company. So, you know, but people will, I mean, hello, we're living in a society where they're upset because a M&M, which is a candy, which doesn't actually have a gender, is too woke, or, you know, the green M&M, that's feminism. This one is that. It's like, hello, it's candy. You know, you might not like the representatives on the candy, but it's candy. Eat it. That stuff cracks me up. Excuse me. I got this sneeze attack mucus thing going on again that I had at Thanksgiving. This time it came with a couple more symptoms, so I went to the hospital yesterday. They told me what it's not. It's not a PE, so I don't have to worry about a pulmonary embolism. It's not COVID. It's not this, and this. You know, they even checked my renal panels, and they did an x-ray and found out my lungs are basically clear. They said it could be a viral bronchitis, or it could be a chronic form of bronchitis. We will see, but basically they gave me some Mucinex and some Delsum, told me to wait a week. And in that week, we'll find out if it's going to be a chronic form or not. But In the meantime, every now and then you're going to hear me gag and cough because that's what it is. So, if you are looking for a fountain pen, this one was $24 or $24.97. I believe you get it at Amazon. My first fountain pen I got from Staples when I worked there about 22 years ago. That brand was Waterman. And I would still have that pen except for it didn't survive the move. So now that I've replaced it, I almost guarantee you that Waterman is going to show back up because, you know, inanimate objects have a manitou. So when you replace them, they get jealous, they show back up. That may or may not be true, but it makes me giggle. So, you know. In the meantime, the Waterman has been replaced with a Dryden. The other fountain tip I had was a Varsity. Varsity is one of the few brands of fountain pens where it's sealed and disposable. So basically, it's like you write on it. When you run out of ink, you throw it away. The problem with that being is when you run out and you throw it away and you don't have a replacement, you're stuck again. You have to go buy more, which is why a permanent fountain tip comes in handy. The only thing you have to replace is the cartridges, or get a converter and just put fresh ink in it every time, which is less of a footprint if you go by folks that are going by how much of a impact are you making on the environment. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See, I just have ink cartridges. I got no problem, you know, when I'm done with the ink cartridges, throw that in the recycle. It is plastic. But this is the cartridge. And, well, this one actually turns. Some of them just pull. But, you know, you would literally siphon ink up into this well. And then this part takes up the rest of the barrel. But now you have a replacement volume of the ink, and you don't have to worry about, you know, oh, you're wasting cartridges and all that, because you're basically reusing the converter every time. I just use the cartridges. It's more convenient. Now, say for instance, I come across, and never use India ink in a fountain pen. Trust me on that. That will gum your stuff up and then you end up needing a new pen. But say for instance, I come across a fountain pen ink, and that's what they call it, fountain pen ink. In other words, don't confuse this with the India ink or any other. But say for instance, I came across one that's pink and it came in the well, then yeah, I'll be using that converter because, hello, that's the dream, pink ink. Or purple. I'm goofy that way, so I can't help that. But anyway, this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube. People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. I'm finna go drink some more tea, take some more Mucinex, maybe steam, so that way I can get some relief on my sinuses. And that's all she wrote for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Bye now.